we got ourselves, take a look at team 1. We got ourselves Atho in here with M6 as a Fury. These are new weapons. Where'd you get those and where can I find them? Chrissy, we got ourselves Kiss God. We got ourselves also Chicago as an enhancement. Okay, interesting, interesting. Remove the bug reporter to the side. Does the enhancement get anything new? Are you Dark Iron? Oh, that looks awesome. We got Milord Pala on the other team, gonna be first up. On that team, we also got Spart as Arcane. We got ourselves Dalaran Game as a Necrolord Fury. We got Cry's-Bat as a Destruction. And Arcana's Dog as a Frost Mage. So that's gonna be really interesting with Frost Mage just getting as many buffs as it did. Big Sunder for Chicago. It looks like we're just gonna see if Paladin and Enhancement Shaman both hold up. Actually, Chicago playing out the Night Fae does get interrupted on Night Fae ability, which is quite substantial amount of damage. But it looks like they're actually going to have himself still play to a dam with them Wolves. Actually tussling together with Milord Pala while he has wings up and running. So we got 2 healing classes here for the time being. Interesting. Big Elemental Blast. Huge Storm Strikes actually. And does sneak away Healing Surge in between. Going to be a Hodge by Milord as Chicago tried to go for a bit of a Hex. And a bit of a cheeky Hex. And Milord is 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Okay, cool. I can probably remember this. Hopefully I can remember this. Literally 2 healing classes right here. Do Enhancement Shamans get in Honor Sounds? I don't think they do they? I know Elemental gets something. But Chicago is trying to see if the Night Fae thing works. And apparently some people have been playing Night Fae. I mean, in Mythic Pluses. But I wonder if PvP. I know Tickle has been playing it in PvP. And it's been working out for him really well. Big shield events available for Milord Pala. Reckoning on Chicago as they're on Ghost Wolf, not playing the Earth Elemental Shield. So they're going to have a lot of Maelstrom. He's going to go for the Battle Master Trick and give himself a little bit extra health to work with here. It looks like in 9-1 PTR, Paladins are still just slapping people around, dude. And with better gear, I would imagine they'll just be even scarier. Chicago should also scale pretty well with gear once new gear is enabled. And it's going to be big Hodge on Chicago. Actually could be down. What? Well, Milord took him out. I actually thought he didn't have wings or nothing, so I'm wondering what really... That was interesting. M6 is going to be up next. Actually, with his Mortal Strike effect, Milord Pala might actually have a hard time healing if you can just catch up to him. The pony, though, is keeping him alive. They're keeping him moving. M6 does need to catch up. Needs to get that wreck in there. Needs to get that Rampage in there. Because Rampage, if he's running the Mortal Strike effect for Rampage, it'll be actually massive. That's a lot of healing reduction for Milord Pala. And I wonder how that'll be big once he goes for like big Word of Glory spams with that massive Rampage. Does it reflect for it in case a Hodge comes out? Milord Pala trying not to Hodge himself. Does get hit with a Stormbolt. M6 trying to go for big Condemns. That's going to be a stun. Chickens out of it immediately. I'm waiting out for him to go for a big Rampage. Where's the Rampage? It should come out at some point. There goes the Rampage. Does it get himself enraged? Milord Pala, does he go for a heal? Any kind of healing I think it's like reduced by 60%, is it not? Or did they nerf that already? Can somebody confirm if M6 is playing the Mortal Strike effect on a talent? Like Atho, could you check real quick? Just so we are aware, because I feel like otherwise I'm almost expecting some kind of healing reduction. M6 does go for a little bit of a defense. What are these weapons still? I just can't get over it. They look so freaking cool. These axes look fantastic. Are these gotta be his? Okay. So he is running, but looks like Milord Pala with a hammer damage of wings. Can that? M6 can reduce his healing as much as he wants to. But if he can't survive the wings, I guess he doesn't really do much, but it is there. I actually would have loved to see Milord Pala get super, super low, as MC just keeps trucking him with Rampages back to back, as he's trying to Word of Glory, just to see just how big healing reduction that could be. Also, where the rogues... Kiss God just gave Milord Pala a taste of his own medicine, dude. Paladin, big cooldowns, big damage, wings one shot. I did exactly the same to him. Sparta's gonna be up next. This guy is number 3 or number 1, number 4, number 4, number 5. Okay, I'm switching back and forth. I'm trying not to give you guys a whiplash. Sparta trying to make some big damage happen here with a touch of the magic. Lots of missiles flying. That should be a pretty decent hit for Kiss to deal with. Touch of the magic does connect Spart. I think he's trying to go for a more damage-oriented playstyle with the missiles. Arcane Harmony, most likely. Which is actually what I'm playing on my Mage. It's super fun. I actually enjoy it so much. Oh my god. It's actually super fun for PvE. A Spart chilling out in the open, trying to get Kisgat to actually walk at him. Kisgat trying to maximize the distances, minimize the distance he's really got to cover, but that's going to be a pilot or a Spart. Not much he can do when he is in full control. Radiant Spark. So he is playing Radiant Spark. So it's gonna be Blast, Blast. That Barrage is gonna be a hard hitter, by the way. If you can just get one big hit with a Barrage, it'll be massive. Arcanosphere? Wait, is he trying to make the Kyrian Arcanosphere slap? Whoa, that actually did quite a bit of damage. Wait, oh my god, actually back-to-back hits. Back-to-back with a Barrage afterwards. That was actually huge. Kids got Dust of a Blind, gonna be an Icebug for Spart. Yo, that's interesting. He's trying to make the Kyrian and the Arcanosphere hit that as a 4th hit. Like trying to supercharge it. That's really interesting. I feel like that could have some damage potential. Like if a rogue is setting up some big bursts with somebody. Like if you're a charged up Arcanosphere, shimmer around it with some big damage on top of Arcanosphere, that could be maybe some big bursts out of Arcane Mages. Interesting. It's gonna have to build up some missiles. So the build he's playing for, and I'm guessing the Arcane Harmony is a Lego. I would actually imagine that would be the go-to with a Kyrian. You send missiles out, and for every missile, you get a stack to make your barrage do more damage. So it's like 8% damage increase. I think it is 8%. Maybe more than that. Is it more than that at this point? They buffed it quite a bit. It's a 50% for each rampage, for each ticker rampage. I think they stack. So I think the reason why I'm so excited about the Fury Warrior MS is because every rampage is 4 separate hits. Bam, 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 bam when you rampage. And those stack, so it goes from 15 to 30 to 45 to 60 for 5 seconds. 60% mortal strike effect, which is like a sharpened blades, like a giga sharpened blades. And you can, it's just part of your base rotation, which is why I'm so excited for it. 8% stacks up to 10 times. All right, thanks to you for letting me know. So it can be 80% more damage for the barrage. So technically, you could have a big 80% charge barrage, Rune of Power, Arcanosphere, lots of abilities kind of clashing at the same time. Try to see if you can turn the Arcanosphere. Does he hit him? He does hit him. It is a substantial hit. Together, if you send a barrage at the same time, making sure Arcanosphere hits, that could be pretty good. That's going to be a Radiant Spark setting up, trying to go for a big barrage setup. Maybe? I think he maybe threw the barrage maybe a little earlier. Potentially. Because it has to be like the 4th spell from the Kyrian setup. But imagine just so many different multipliers of damage for Arcane Mage with the Arcanosphere. And it cleaves everybody in AoE. I could try some Necromage too. Go for it. We actually had a Necrolord Mage the other day. The chat will remember the Necrolord Mage from yesterday, the Fire Mage. That could work out pretty well. That's extra damage on top of all these things. So now I think mages have all these different modifiers to work with now. Like Night Fae, I know it's probably still going to be really good. But if somebody wants to do some interesting things, some cheesy things, you really could. Sparticle actually stealing the Hand of Freedom from Kisgod. Atherman, can you confirm, is the Hand of Freedom on its own still a thing, yes or no? Because if it's no longer a thing, then see, mages stealing it would be pretty regular occurrence then. Big damage coming out for Spart, does have a ticket for it, so there's going to be a little bit of recovery with it. It's going to be the best common for Arcane PvP because of the Legendary. I could see it. I could actually see it with the Legendary. Yeah, the Lego making it so you do more damage as you just blast. That could be really, really cool. If you could just get yourself some just freedom to just cast, that'd be insane. Spart trying to see if he can deal with Kisgod. So far, the Paladin has been a little bit of a challenge for Spart. Try to get himself a big Arcanosphere that goes through walls, by the way. It will knock him back from a wall. And imagine a big supercharged barrage, big Arcanosphere, while you have Rune Power and Arcane Power together. That could be a lot of damage together. As Spart trying to get himself another Rune of Power. Missiles flying. That is going to burn through the Kyrian setup pretty quickly. Ultra time available as the big damage comes out for Kisgod, though. Try to blast through him if you can. More missiles flying through. So he's setting up a little bit of a burst setup. But like setting up a full Arcanosphere and barrage, that's kind of difficult as a Kyrian. So maybe Necrolord might be easier. That's going to be lots of damage from Kisgod though, hammering down Spart. That's not an Ice Buck available for 10 seconds. So if only Spart had Night Fae, then he might be able to do something. Might be able to get some shields back. That's going to be a mount up ready for Kisgod. Oh, it does go for a little bit of health at the end from Cries, but does get the Ice Buck. Without the heal, though, super unfortunate. He doesn't have the freedom. He doesn't have the freedom challenge. It's not a bug like last time. Okay, sounds good. Kisgod does get himself quite a bit of DME into Spart. But at the end there, dude, when you got nothing really going on, nothing really left, no Ice Buck heal, that's a tough one, dude. That's a rough one. That's rough. I really do like, I feel like there's potential with Arcane Mage and Arcanosphere from what I've seen. I think there's potential. Arcana's dog, though, gonna be the Frost Mage for this duel. Ice Wall immediately for Kisgod. Yo, that thing actually looks cool. You see how it rose up? He's not letting him go anywhere. He's actually stuck into a wall. Is that what he's trying to do? Just keep him against a wall? Interesting. Frostbolt's flying through. Does get a Hodge Arcana's dog. Shields are holding on strong. Blunt Arcana's dog does have a ticket for it. It looks like Kisgod is trying to make some range damage happen. Gonna be mirrors available. And it looks like the wall does come down. Now Kisgod actually has places he can. Oh, actually so much damage from the Frost Mage. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, that was actually so cool. Yo, can I change the duels mix real quick before you guys go at each other's throats? Can I change the duels mix real quick before you guys attack each other? Oh my god, that was so cool. He walled them off. Wait, can you get stuck in the wall? Was he trying to cheesy stick him in a wall? Or was he just trying not to let him go anywhere? He just denied being able to go behind the pillar. Just keep him on the open. Icebox immediately for Arcane though. As Chrissy going up with a big old bleeds, Kyrian setup, but that's going to be lots of damage. Arcane decided to go an Icebox. It does have two of them as a Frost Mage, so might as well use them. Going to be immediate interrupt onto Frost. Does teleport away from the cat. Is going to hit him with Frostbolts. Going to be Shimmer available. Those Frostbolts actually going to do quite a bit of damage. Look at that Shatter. Look at this little bit of Shatter. I feel like with the buffs that they gave for Frostbolts and the Shatter bonuses and all that stuff, I feel like Frostmage could actually be a competitor in PvP. Like if you just let him free cast, it could be pretty scary. Try to go for a cone, didn't quite land it. Gonna be a frozen orb available as the Ursals come out. Gonna try to make big shatters happen. Quite a bit of birds trying to get a maybe an ice wall in here. Looks like he's gonna wall off the Feral. Can't go and can't chase Arcane. He could try to bust down the wall if he wanted to, but the wall is there creating line of sight. Arcane trying to see if he can walk through it. Actually walled himself off now. He's stuck in the cage with the beast. Oh no. Icebox is back up. Is gonna be able to remove the bleeds. I love how it shatters, by the way. They improved on animation. That looks a lot better. Like it rises from the ground and then it breaks apart. Big no available with the root right after Arcane trying to maybe see if he can get himself Mirrors of Torment. Frostbolt's trying to see if they can fly with the Raider Frost over Chrissy. Doorway Shadow's trying to make it happen. Going to be a bash. Kyrian setup by Chrissy. Big old bites. Arcane trying to go for big shadows onto Chrissy though. Getting quite a substantial amount of damage. If Chrissy continues to heal himself too much, he's going to root himself with the silence. There he goes. Trying to make the Frostbolts happen. Does he have any Novas to follow? That's a little rough. That's a bleed setup. And Chrissy does go and get a big bite on the Frost Mage. That is tough. That is a tough one. That is a tough matchup. And Chrissy, Arcane, Seavark did go through quite a bit of damage before. Did go through quite a bit of burst. Did work quite a bit of cooldowns with a Paladin. And then go right after a Feral. He's lagging like MC Bug. Oh, is he? That might be an EU DC lag then. Yeah, that I know what you're talking about though. It's like where you think you know where they are, you're casting at them and you're like, oh. Casting a Frostbolt, and then a second later he runs behind a pillar, and yeah, it's actually impossible. I feel you on that. There's going to be Soul Rod available for Kreisbed. Chicken for Chrissy though, as Kreisbed does get hit with an Ursals. Is Kreisbed going to be able to land that teleport with the Warlock ability? Is he going to be able to do that? Because he can just yeet somebody wherever his gateway is. That could be really interesting. Bonza fell around the corner. Chrissy, does he get caught? He does walk into it, but he doesn't get caught inside of it. So you got to be inside of it to get caught. Actually take lots of dot damage from behind the pillar. Cataclysm around the corner. Looks like he's going to cancel it. Try to see if he can Cataclysm Chrissy. Maybe he can poke the Feral out from one corner and the other. As he's just doing some damage. Free damage to the pet. Gonna have to pull it back maybe at some point with Kreisbad. It's Chrissy just getting free shreds if anything. Stun around the corner. Cataclysm is gonna land it. You land Cataclysm either way, man. You can't stop the Kata. And Chrissy building up some calm points, trying to get Kreisbed to walk over behind the pillar. As he does. Has a Mortal Strike available, Mortal Coil available and everything. And that's going to be a pretty big setup for Chrissy, trying to make a big bite happen. Going to be Bonza fell for Kreisbed with a Soul Rod. Chrissy is just going to end up nuking himself as they run out of it. They had to go in for it. They could have just stopped and just not done damage to themselves. It gives the enemies a hard time to like decide whether they want to attack you or stay where they are. Very interesting. So far, Kreisbed has actually been making the Bonza Fell talent work really well. That seems really good. I love the Frostmage wall. I think there's a lot of potential with the Arcane right now. Gonna be Fear onto the Succubus. Athaman, does he have the... Oh god, he disappeared for a second. Went literally invisible. Kreisbed going for a big old port. Does Athaman run the fear reduction? Oh, gonna be a port. Athaman does get ported over. Oh, he just ported over. Oh, let's go. That is so cool. The Warlock just ported Athaman away, dude. Just like, shoo, away with you. Bonza fell into Atha. Nah, doesn't have much of a choice. Do you stay in? Do you walk out of it? When you walk in, it's going to be lots of damage as Christman goes for that massive damage with the Dark Soul. That is so sweet. That is such a cool ability. I feel like that's probably going to get very annoying to play against when it comes to playing against a Warlock in the future, right? Jester in particular. Oh, Demonology. Yo, Christman, do you want to try Demo with a thingy? With a new conduit thingy with the pets? That could be pretty cool. Bubble available for Atha. Does have Ashen. Has to walk out of it. Might be able to get some healing in the Ashen. And Cry'sbet bailing out of there. Could maybe go for another port away into Atha. Does he get to line it up? He could. Potentially could. Cataclysm around the corner. Athaman can't stop that one. That is going to be free damage. If he hits him with a Bonza Fell and just walks at him, you don't really have much of a choice. You got to line inside the guy. You'll have to walk away. But you'll have to break the Bonza Fell to do so. So Cry'sbet just has so many cool positional things he can do now. I really like that. Hand of Freedom available. Bonzafell is up for Cry'sbet. Athaman is going to have to walk out of it. There's going to be Infernal next to him. Mordecai walks him in. They can't control it. Oh my god, that is such a cool combo. I'm sorry for freaking out, dude. I'm having a nerdgasm over here. But damn, that was so cool. Yo, that was awesome. Mordecai to walk him out of it, knowing that he can't do anything about it. Unless he bubbles or trinkets it, he actually is walking out of it. That is so cool. That is a cool combo. You drop an Infernal, like, do you stay with me in Infernal, or do you walk out and take damage? It's a lose-lose situation. Let me make the choice for you. Yeah, Mordecai. That is so cool. Yo, this was the coolest duels I've ever seen.